second was good old-fashioned police work. Based on tips coming to the department's Stockton Crime Stoppers, were we able to zero in on a possible suspect. Our surveillance team followed this person while he was driving. We watched his patterns and determined early this morning he was on a mission to kill. He was out hunting. He was stopped by our own team in the area of Village Green Drive and Winslow Avenue around 2 a.m. this morning. As officers made contact with him, he was wearing dark clothing and had a mask around his neck. He was also armed with a firearm when he was taken into custody. We are sure we stopped another killing. Arrested was Wesley Brownlee, 43, for homicide. The San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office will be reviewing this investigation and will file the appropriate charges. I want all you to know how seriously I take these types of investigations. This morning, when SWAT team was ordered to go out and conduct a search warrant at Mr. Wesley's residence, I went with them.
Buenos dias, Gunners Collective. Back at it? You already know. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye-ya. Bye-ya. Orderly, this is breaking news. Breaking news right here on Gunners Collective. They caught the vato. The alleged Stockton serial killer. Africano brother. I've been saying so from the beginning. I could tell a lot of people thought that he used face paint. And again, I say alleged because we can never put the dime on it. We can never say this is the actual factual person. But I'm pretty sure, man, they did extensive research and they caught him. They actually caught him hunting. He was actually, his wiggle was real. He was out there indubitably trying to get that next victim. Now, of course, this is something that was just released. They caught the serial killer, who they believe to be the guy. And it was a long, extensive search. You know, not quite as long as some serial killers get to reign free. You know, this one, they pretty much, they caught him quickly, more quickly than ever. Or did they? You know, from what they've been saying, this guy could have possibly killed in Oakland, could have possibly killed in Chicago. Whatever the case may be, he had an agenda. He definitely had an agenda, and he was out there doing that. You know, of course, they're going to look at, you know, every detail. They're going to probably sensationalize it and make it into something grander than it was. It did hit national news. Serial killers, you don't take them lightly. It's something very, very big. It's something that everybody needs to pay attention to because it can happen at any place, any time. Just because they caught that one, there's 10 more still doing it. You know, that's just the way of the world. That's the way this world turns. The way the world works. The wind blows that way, right? In a menudo style, in direct fashion, I can say I could breathe easier now. For my family and friends in the 209 area, from Stockton on back to the town, right, Merced. Because, you know, I talked to familia out there and they were pretty upset about the situation, you know, out there in Stockton. You know, it's difficult dealing with, you know, serial killers in general. That word spooks, freaks people out. But also, you know, all the hype that goes behind it, you know, there was a big extensive reward. So people were out there searching. He was hunting. They were hunting. So it's a whole bunch of people duck hunting, right? They were comparing this guy to, you know, several other people like, you know, Jeffrey Dahmer, as well as Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. I think he closely resembled the Night Stalker in what he was doing, but he had a pattern. And in most serial killing, they have patterns. There's a reason why they do the things they do. Utterly, Four Tops, right? Or who's that? That's the fucking Temptation, Spence on Latina, Motown, right? There's a reason why they do the things that they do. And this individual, they're going to break him down like a 410 shotgun. They're going to get to the gist of the matter. They're going to find out exactly why he was out there hunting young brown men. For the most part, most of the people that he killed were all brown, right? Maybe there was some type of animosity there. Maybe he got his butt pinched at one point in time by a chiruju that just happened to be fucking a Latino. Maybe, you know, he just didn't like Mexicans or didn't like brown people in general. Or maybe that was not even the case. Maybe it's just easy victims for him. You know, vatos that had so much pride that are out there just like, man, we ain't tripping on none of that. Bah, got him, right? Whatever the case may be, thankfully, he's caught. And again, like I said, man, it's the alleged killer, so we're never gonna say he's for sure that they're for surely though, because you never know. People make honest mistakes. But in this case, I'm sure that they got the fingers pointed at the right man. It's truly upsetting, and it's truly bewildering that this was an Africano brother, a black brother. Usually, and I say that to say this, when it's a minority out there doing it, it just gives us a bad look. Comes brown and black, sprinkle in the woods. What about us, brother? So if it was a white guy, be good. You guys, there's plenty of you guys to go around. But when it's a black dude, traditionally there's not a lot of black serial killers. Okay, and I don't want to make it about race or color or anything like that. I'm just fucking calling it as I sees it. I'm keeping it all the way real. There's not a lot of black serial killers. Name one. Let's say, all right, I'll hold. You know what I mean? This could possibly be one of two, There's not very many of them. And that's just not because of it's because of the way, that they're culturally raised. A lot of these people that do these serial killings, something sets them off, or they're just born that way, or they have a disease, or they just do it for the thrill or for the adventure because they're bored, or sabes que, like I said, someone stuck a fucking finger in their culo, or fucking whatever the case may be. There's always reasoning behind it why they do the things that they do. But at the same time, it's hard to ever blacks. I remember when it turned out to be Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker. That's why there was such an uprising within the Mexicano community. That's why his ass was snatched up. Fools were on his ass because he was one of their own. So they gave him that fucking the all natural beatdown. Oh yes, he got the beatdown con shovels and axe handles. Oh my, right? And he deserved it. He deserved it because nobody respects a serial killer. Serial killers right there on the edge, Holmes, with weirdos, right? Of a sexual nature. And the reason is most of them do it for gratification. They do got a weird bone in their body for the most part. This guy, a little different. This guy, I don't think was touching him, or maybe he was. One never knows, does one. They'll release all the facts pretty soon. But this guy definitely was bopping him, right? He was shooting him. He was killing him. Like I said, hopefully over time we find out the reasonings. But in most serial killing cases, you don't find out why these guys do what they do. It's pretty much a lack of something, a screws loose, a lack of the emotional support that they need, a lack of a parent, the lack of the right state of mind. We all assume, when we're walking down the street, everybody's just having a good old time, but you never know who's fucking got somebody tied up in their backyard or in their basement, right? Or in their attic or in their fucking shed. You just don't know. And when these serial killers touch so close to home, and when everybody's looking at everybody, hey, gun, you could be that fucking Spencer Holmes. My dick's too big. Maybe that's why I walk like that, like a duck. You know what I mean? Nah, that ain't me. They got this guy. They got this guy. And you know what? Anything as familiar as a walk can get you popped. They caught this guy on his walk, on his gait, the way he walked. And which way do I go? Which way do I go? Oh, yeah, I'm going to go kill him over here on fucking Stockton Boulevard, right? This is how, I'm going to kill him on Charter Way. This is how motherfuckers mob, right? Everyone has a unique walk, like a unique fingerprint. I know my mother always tells me I walk just like my father. So I was get hunchback and stupid. Right? Everybody has a unique walk. So, they were able to get him. Luckily, they were able to get him before he had another victim. That's the most important part, and that the victims' families are going to get some closure. If, in fact, this is the guy. Like I said, I believe it is. But so I'm not going to fucking point the finger at him. Anyways, I just wanted to bring it to you right here. Breaking news. The Stockton serial killer, the alleged Stockton serial killer, was apprehended. And we'll see where it goes from there. I truly and honestly believe they got the right man. I believe that everyone did their due diligence. Everyone looked out for one another. Everyone was right on time when the shit came down. And, the streets are a much safer place. Now, I don't know how much too. So they're probably going to be a drive-by tonight. But at the same time, Stockton is Stockton. Motherfuckers are there right now like, shit, I knew that was that Walto. You know what I mean? 10 to 2. Anyways, with that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's about struggling and striving for your familia. Go out there and get it, man. You already know what it is. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe with a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Gun's going to continue to do what I does because I does what I do. Bang, bang. And in that fashion, Stockton, rest easy. Yes, sir. It's all good now. a little while.